Welcome back, guys. In this video, we are going to talk all about character. And so when we talk about that, what does that really mean? Well, character is a couple things. One, we're going to talk about the character that you build about yourself when it comes to these videos. And second, the character that you're going to portray when you're making these videos. And so if you guys want to learn a little bit about the character that we've built in these videos, I want you guys to check out some of the things that we've done in the past. We really started our video journey with something called Santee Saturdays. And this is where we went around and interviewed local business owners all across Santee, which is a community here in San Diego County. And we interviewed anywhere from the local restaurant, the coffee shop, the gym, the chiropractor, the insurance guy, the tax gal, all of those different people. And it was a really, really good series. We got to meet a ton of people, a lot of influential people in our neighborhood. But what we did is we built this character that we are somebody who showcases everything that the community that we live in has to offer. So what that did is that really helped put us on the map as somebody who is a part of the community and somebody who likes to, showcase and expose all of the cool businesses within the community. And that was a really, really successful series. As we started to wind down, we did 100 episodes of that show. We featured virtually every business within the community. Then it was time to adapt, and you'll find anything you do in video, you can't do the same thing forever. At some point, you're gonna have to adapt with it. So then we transitioned to our follow-up series, which was called East County Eats. And the reason we went with something centered around food is that when we look back at those 100 episodes of our first show, we realized that the ones that people engaged with the most were always the ones that were centered around food. And so we decided, let's just go all in on food. But we had to expand. So instead of just focusing on a specific community, we expanded to a much wider region of San Diego County. And so now we got to expose our character to all of these people all across that entire region. And now every week we went in there and interviewed local restaurant owners, I should say, and got to learn about who these guys are, what makes their restaurant special, why somebody should go there, all of that fun stuff. So again, we started to, continue to take this character we built in Santee and now spread it to the entire eastern part of San Diego County. And again, just show people, what character are we? We're that character that goes and shows people all the fun stuff to do in and around town. I mean, think about some of the shows on TV like Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. I mean, Guy Fieri is known as a character who goes and shows you all of the cool places to eat. That's the character that we help build for ourselves. Another thing that we did that's been really successful is called Whissel Weekends. It's a radio show that we do here in town. And on that, we do a very similar thing as we bring in different businesses, not just from within our region, but now all across San Diego County. So we can bring in all kinds of different influential people like business owners, but we've also brought on city council members, even mayors of the city, which has been really good to build relationships with those guys and continue to build that character all around being a community-driven and community-focused real estate company, which has really exposed us to a lot of people and built us a lot of relationships in the process. So that's how you can kind of build a character of who you are and what you're all about. The important thing is now when you guys are doing these videos, and this is the area I see a lot of people make a mistake, is they try to emulate somebody else. They're not staying true and authentic to who they are, not being real. They see Gary Vee, and so they try to be like Gary Vee on a video, or they see a Steve Harney and try to talk like Steve Harney. Like, you've got to be you, you've got to stay authentic and true to who you are, because what's going to happen is if you're one character on camera and then they meet you in person, you're somebody completely different, you're going to lose them. So it's very important to stay true and authentic to who you are. Something I've always lived by is I'd much rather somebody love me for being me than love me for being somebody that I'm not, just because that's what I look like on camera. I don't want to fake people out, because I'm going to get caught up in that, and that's not a good place to be. So most importantly, stay true to who you are. Another thing that's important when you're building this character is that you need to be focused on the customer or focused on the client. So I've learned this, Craig Stowing taught me a really valuable lesson. When I'm hosting my radio show, don't say, hey, welcome to the show, San Diego. So if you're out there and if you guys are listening to this show today, don't do that. Talk to an individual, talk to a specific person. So instead of saying, hey, how's it going, everybody? So if you guys are looking to buy or sell, talk to the individual. Hey, welcome to my show. I'm really glad you joined me today. If you own a home and you're looking to make a move, it's amazing what happens when you take your focus and put it on the customer. Next thing I want to talk about is just try stuff. Try all kinds of different things. We've done a ton of different videos and we've seen some stuff work, some stuff doesn't. But you've got to constantly try things and you've got to see what works. And again, that's what we did when we did our Santee Saturdays and it was time to adapt. We had tried a ton of different things with Santee Saturdays, tons of different businesses, and we found that food always did very well. If food's not your thing, a couple others that work: food, fashion, fitness, and family. Those four, if you think about social media, those are the four areas that really work. My wife follows 1 million mom bloggers. And those mom bloggers, those are characters, right? These mom influencers. There's dad influencers, all of that stuff out there. So think about what resonates with you, what you're passionate about. Go out there, go after it, be real, focus on the customer, and try some different things. That's what you need to know when it comes to character.